This is kvci.blogspot.com, YouTube Boston G.B.R. Somewhere in this world of ours, truth must reign supreme. After myself and Clyde Bradley walked the streets of Quitman, which I've done before, we actually met people who had a story to tell about alleged intimidation. And so, in fact, we spent the night in Brooks County, but the next morning, Tuesday morning, we got up and we would listen to Chris Beckham's show, 105.9. And as we traveled from Brooks County to Lowndes County to 75 to get ready to take flight back to Valdosta, I want you to listen to what we discussed and talked about. And we're going to be catching exits and giving you information as we journey. Once again, we do this because somewhere the truth must be told so lies can be exposed.
Small County, we had 970-something absentee ballots. Now, again,
this is kvci.blogspot.com, George Boston Ryan. We riding with Brother Clyde this morning. We've been over here. We scanned some areas yesterday talking about and checking with the citizens how they were treated during the alleged intimidation by the G.B.R. Now we're listening to 105.9 Connect Beckham. There's another caller. Join us as we travel back to Valdosta, headed for Atlanta.
The elections office has any form or signature requirement for anyone who comes in and picks up a bulk number of absentee ballots. I just wouldn't think they would give those out en masse because it would just invite a possibility of wrongdoing.
Or why would they give them out at all? I mean,
you hear what they say? Why would they give them out at all? They don't. But the people who don't understand will believe what they hear on 105.9, and they'll accept all this because they sound truthful. They'll think that it's gospel. But we can only ask, since the Quitman 10 has allegedly been accused of voter fraud, it's only sensible for the news media and television to clarify the record. The Quitman Free Press, since that they're in that area there, they could very easily inform the people through their newspaper that the absentee ballot is one thing, but the absentee application is another. This is an application for official absentee ballot. This is an application. This is not the ballot. And as you can see there, the individual voter signs here, right there on that line. The person preparing or assisting can sign on the form as well if they cannot read or write. And if you assist them, then you must sign as well. Now, this is something that's very basic. In fact, on the back of this particular absentee ballot application, on the back it states anybody can file for an application for an absentee ballot. Anybody. Now, if you got that and if you understand that, I'm going to show you one other thing because I want you truly informed. Now look, because of the Quitman 10, I voted. Well, I haven't voted yet. I went to the Board of Election, talked to Deb Cox, and I filled out an absentee ballot application. That's it right there. I filled it out yesterday, and of course, I filled it out. Now, and when I filled it out, I asked Deb Cox to walk me through the process so I would understand. And she told me, she took me through the back, she told me about the process, and then they took it, they put it in an envelope, or they filed it away, and then of course I got, like, this is why they are wrong, they are incorrect. They told me I would get it in 2 or 3 days, but guess what? Today, I filed it yesterday, and now this is an official absentee ballot. And as you can see, it's from the Lowndes County Board of Elections. Can you see that? Now, there's a difference from the form I showed you right here, which is the application, which anybody can handle, and I have handled them. I have registered. I mean, when people want to request absentee ballot, one lady was 92 years old, I assisted her, and I signed accordingly. Now, no problem with that. Look, this is the official absentee ballot. I haven't even opened it yet. I'm going to vote tomorrow, but this is the form. It's sealed. Now, but they talking about people walking around or got all these things in their trunk. Now, if these absentee ballots are in a trunk, wow. I think somebody that work in the Board of Elections office, well, you see, we got to get the truth today, y'all. And the newspaper you'll find on my blog where I question, why is it that the news media don't show that right here, you don't have to be sick, disabled, or anything in order to file. It's just that simple. Now, let's continue.
You have to go and get that and fill it out at the election office. Am I wrong on that?
No, I think you are incorrect. I think people can pick them up and go and fill them out. And
that is incorrect.
And bring them back in.
That lets you know how ignorant people are here in Valdosta and South Georgia. That is incorrect. Those people have to request for an absentee ballot and they send it back out to them and they get it in the mail.
So it's
why is this so hard to understand? We're not talking about the application. We're talking about the ballot itself. How can they send? Lord have mercy.
Back in, but that's where I think it is right for voter fraud. If it's you have to be real careful who you give those to. And,
sure.
And I don't know. I mean, I'd like to get some kind of clarification of exactly how that works, because I'm assuming that I, as a general citizen, simply could go to the election office and say, listen, a lot of folks want to fill these things out. Can you give me a couple hundred and I'll go bring them back to you? I mean, I would think that's not allowed to happen. I hope
not. That just invites the possibility of wrongdoing.
Absolutely.
Guilty,
This is how people are fooled by the absence of truth. Yet they are called the patriots of the new dispensation in which we live. But somewhere Jesus said, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth would make you free. Not lies and hypocrisy. Check it. Let's go a little further.
Says avoid all appearances of evil, and you may want to call our local or
they did not get ballots. The only thing they received were registration forms.
And see what the law is or what the rule is.
There is a difference.
There may be something to look into.
I will do that.
Yes, that is. You can take a registration form. I've done that too. It's unbelievable.
Suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. 241-1059 is our number. Yeah, if someone is at their home, they simply can't travel somewhere, and they're brought an absentee ballot, certainly they should be able to fill that out and take it back in. But obviously, on the other side of that is you can't have somebody riding around with 500 in the trunk. Now that's, but I don't exactly know the process.
That is a misstatement. They cannot get copies of a ballot.
Great.